Right, you spent about $5,000 for the sump pumps for two
And backflow preventers.
and backflow preventers, and that was basically at a discount, right?
It was right. I mean, it wasn't with a master plumber. As later on, the DC water regulations came out that they wanted us to be using a master plumber.
So, and with the proposed rebate, you mentioned that it's about it's $3,000.
It's up to $3,000.
So how do you feel about that? Basically, it doesn't sound like the rebate is in any way addresses the cost for homeowners.
Right, certainly. I mean, if you follow the instructions of DC Water to a T, you are going to be spending far more than $3,000. The quotes I was getting were about $8,000. So it didn't even make sense to try and go, a route that DC Water, even if I had the chance and had waited. And we had to act quickly, so we did what we could. So I really do recommend that they change those regulations. We all have been doing this construction. We're all trying to prevent flooding, and the DC Water needs to be aware of that. However, we're able to do it because we were left to our own devices to figure that out. So.
And you were mentioning before that you had no idea when you moved into the neighborhood that it was this bad, and truthfully, it hasn't been until this year.
Yeah.
So how do you feel? Do you feel like the city has abandoned you, or do you feel with this legislation like there's some sort of support? What are your thoughts?
I think the legislation is a step in the right direction. In some ways, it's perhaps good that it happens. So many times we've really gotten some attention around this because this needs to be solved, and not in the next 15 years. It needs to be solved now. We can't keep flooding like this, no matter how much as individuals we put in these blockades to water. The neighborhood is going to be underwater soon. So I'm glad we're getting the attention, but we need to make sure it's being done in the right way, that we're looking at where water is coming from, that we're looking at real solutions, not just handing out sandbags and giving some money back for backflow preventers. We need to really be keeping water out of the neighborhood by diverting it from other neighborhoods. It is great that we've got the attention. I hope that it moves in the right direction.
Okay.